Benny is a diesel box cab that shunts at Denville Yard, which is right next to the Denville and Western Narrow Gauge Railroad. He works very hard, but he's very rude. The reason why he's rude is because he's not allowed on the main line like the other engines. Every time he sees a mainline train, he'll often give it a dirty look. It's even worse when the engines have to go to Denville to pick up freight cars. Whenever they go there, an argument ensues between Benny and whoever engine comes to pick up the freight cars, because he's always going on and complaining about how someday he'll be on the main line and how he's too good to be shunting cars for the rest of them. One evening, Chrissy backed into the shed looking very cross. "I don't know what's going on with that box cab," said Chrissy. "He's always rude to everyone when we go to Denville. And this was all over him not being able to go on the main line," Taylor added. "And yesterday," said Danielle, "he had the nerve to slam my freight cars into me after we had an argument." "Benny's out of control," said Larry crossly. "He must be taught a lesson." Danielle, Chrissy, and Taylor all agreed, but they didn't know what to do. A week later, Christian puffed into Denville Station to drop off some mail to Sapphire's passenger train. As he pulled alongside, he called out, "Hey Saph, did you hear about that incident that happened on the other railroad?" "What incident?" asked Sapphire. "Well," said Christian, "this engine was resting on a siding when some coaches ran into him. Their brakes weren't on properly, and they pushed him right out onto the main line." "Are you serious?" Sapphire said, surprised. "I am serious," confirmed Christian. Nearby, Benny was listening. "Pushed onto the main line, eh?" he thought. He then thought of an idea, but he was so busy thinking of a plan that he didn't hear the end of Christian's story. It might have been better if he had. The very next day, Benny had got some coal cars loaded and shunted them into the yard ready for Kevin to pick them up on his way back from Otisville. He had made a deal with the gondolas. When he dropped them off, they would shift themselves forward and ram into him, pushing him out onto the main line. Benny shunted them into the siding and uncoupled. When he got a far enough distance, he blew his horn. This was the signal for the freight cars. They shifted their loads. We're moving, they said. They rolled forward and banged right into Benny. His driver was taken so surprised that he got thrown out of the cab. And as he was trying to reach for something, he pulled on Benny's lever, setting his throttle to full. Benny was excited. "So long, suckers! I'm out of this yard onto the main line." Benny thought he was very clever and was enjoying himself. But not for long. He looked ahead and saw Chrissy was heading straight for him on the same track. "Oh no!" he cried. "Stop! Stop!" "Oh no," said the gondolas. "You are on the main line. You're gonna keep going. Faster, faster!" they shouted. Chrissy whistled loudly. "Benny, get out of the way!" she cried. But obviously Benny couldn't, even if he wanted to. Chrissy's driver quickly shut off steam and applied the brakes, and then he and the fireman jumped clear. There was nothing left for Benny to do but shut his eyes. When Benny and Chrissy opened their eyes, they found that they were both had collided and were off the rails. "What the hell is wrong with you?" said Chrissy. "You were on my line when I had the right of way." "I kind of asked the coal cars to push me out onto the main line. I heard Christian tell that story to Sapphire about an engine on the other railroad that did it." "That did happen," said Chrissy, "but that engine also got into a bad accident. Did you even consider that when you made this plan?" "I guess I should have got the full story," said Benny. Phone calls were soon made, and soon Larry arrived to help clean up the mess. He was sad and felt bad that Chrissy was in the accident, but couldn't help but laugh at Benny. "Well, Benny, you wanted to go on the main line and, well, you know what they say, be careful what you wish for." Mr. Regan hopped out of Larry's cab and went to talk to Benny. "I've seen some dumb things in my lifetime," Mr. Regan began, "but you, Benny, just took the whole cake, and ice cream too." "I know, sir. I'm sorry, sir," said Benny. I've also been hearing how you've been rude to the other engines just because you can't go out on the main line. Well, Benny, you're out here. And if you had any smarts, you would have known that you can't just gallivanting off onto the main line. There's rules and regulations to follow. I know that now, sir, said Benny. After the mess had been cleared, Chrissy and Benny were taken to the works to be repaired. And after their repairs, Chrissy was sent back to work. But not Benny, or at least not right away. Mr. Regan had punished Benny by having him sit in the Shoreline Junction sheds for a whole week after his repair. He hated it. Every time Chrissy passed, she always whistled to him in a sarcastic way and laughed. Benny decided that it was better to move around Justin Denville Yard than to just stay in the shed and to not move at all.